they're off. They break away over 7 furlongs, 6 runners in the Goffs Vincent O'Brien National Stakes. Prominent Aesop's Fables with Proud and Regal, attended on the inside by Hans Andersen. Slotting in and behind those 3 is Shartash, tracked by Riffa and the sole UK runner Marban, last of the 6th. Taking over in front is Hans Andersen from Stable Companion. Aesop's Fables, followed by Shartash and Proud and Regal with a couple of lengths to Riffa. Matching strides out the back with Marban. As it's Hans Andersen just showing in the lead from Aesop's Fable, the stripe sleeves and cap, and then Proud and Regal and Shartash. Riffa on the outside of Marban. Little or no changes continuing towards the halfway stage in the Goffs Vincent O'Brien National Stakes. Hans Andersen, Shamey Heffernan by a neck to half a length over Aesop's Fables and Ryan Moore, followed by Proud and Regal and Gavin Ryan, then Shartash and Ben Cohen. Yellow Jacket on the far side of Jamie Spencer and Marban. Riffa towards the stand side, Dylan Browne McMonagle. They pan out coming inside the 2 Aesop's Fables. Joins issue with Hans Andersen, then Marban. Shartash, Riffa tries to pick up on the outside of Proud and Regal. Hans Andersen battling it out with Aesop's Fables. In between them is Shartash. Here's Riffa down the outside, coming to take them all in the Goffs National Stakes. It's Riffa from off the pace to win it. From Proud and Regal, Shartash, and then Aesop's Fables, Hans Andersen. And at the back of the 6th was Marban. Riffa.
Yeah, another horse, Gary, as you said, makes a step up from Maiden Company to the very top level. You couldn't miss him in the paddock. You couldn't miss that finish either. Well done.
Thanks very much, Tom. Yeah, huge, big horse, and no, delighted to win a big one here today. And I mean, I thought he was very impressive. We were riding him a bit of patience, and delighted for Khalifa and for Jassim and everyone who's involved. And yeah, special day.
We can see on the big screen just alongside the bit where he switched out. Did you feel he was going to go and pick him up here?
He looked in halfway like he didn't put him into gear, and he really came on the bridle. But it was a big ask to go from a maiden into a Group 1, and yeah, he looks a potentially very high class horse.
Would you have an idea at this point of whether we'll see him again, what he might do?
Well, before today we were looking at running here, and that it might set him up nicely for the race and Arc Day in France. But yeah, we'll see how he comes out of the race, and we'll discuss it with the owners and make a plan from there.
Congratulations, well done.
Thanks, Tom.
Yes, and delighted to be joined by Dylan Browne McMonagle. Dylan, many congratulations. Your first Group 1 of your career. You're only 19 years of age. You're just out of your claim.
Thanks very much, Kevin. Dream come through, really. Top class colt. It was a very good performance, and he's very exciting for the future, definitely.
Travels so well throughout.
Yeah, he's got a great temperament. He takes it all in his stride, relaxed good, and I was very happy the whole way. When I gave him a little squeeze there at halfways, he latched onto the bridle, and I was always in control. And in fairness to him, when I got stuck into him on that ground, he sprinted clear of the boys, and he was only just doing what he needed to. But like I said, it's a great performance, and he's very exciting for the future.
And a lot of improvement to come when he fills out into that frame, because he was by far and away the biggest horse in the field. Still a little bit high behind. There's a bit of growing and filling out to do.
Definitely. He got best turned out there before. Nick looks after him at home and all the boys, and Paddy Cody rides him out, does a great job. There's plenty of brushing with him. But definitely, I think when he gets a break there in the winter, he's going to come back at Monster, and he'll be a very exciting colt for next year. And just a massive training performance from Joseph as well. And hats off to him for giving me the opportunity in these races. It doesn't come around too often, and when you get them, you have to take the opportunities. But yourself as well, get me all the rides, and everyone. Has just been a massive effort from everyone, and it wouldn't be possible without everyone. So just a big massive thanks. They all know who they are.
Very well said, Dylan. And going back to this horse, what were you expecting coming here today? Obviously Joseph supplemented him. You had a length of 3 parts to make up at Hans Andersen on his first run, your first run. You were very slow away that day. You came home to good effect. Hans Andersen had the benefit of a run and made all that day.
Definitely. I just got cough mid-race that day for a little bit of pace. He's still very raw. It was his first run, big baby, but when I got a bit of room and I got a smack into him, the last 2 furlongs was very impressive, and like 2 or 3 strides after the line I was nearly on top of Hans Andersen, which was good, and he really surprised me that day. Like, I went through the line good, and he stepped forward into a second run, won his maiden very well, and he stepped forward again, and he's only going to get better. He's big colt, loads fell into, as you said, and nice horse, definitely.
Was there any concern about the ground coming here today?
No, I thought he was going to be all the better on the ground. I wasn't sure about how soft he'd get, but it was good. He's a big action, big massive horse, good stride, and went through the ground really well. He's won on good firm ground as well, so he's ground versatile. He'll have no problem staying further, and he doesn't lack a bit of pace either, so very exciting.
And talk us through the race from your perspective, how it panned out.
Joseph was just keen to just slot in there behind the leaders and follow them up. It was a nice race to ride in. We kind of stayed out in the middle a little bit. Everyone had a clean run. I jumped. We didn't go overly mad for the first little bit, and from halfway we were building along, but travelled into it really good. I always had the boys in my sight down to the 2, and when I got stuck into him, he picked up really good for me, and he stretched the whole way to the line. He was just doing what he needed to inside the furlong, but got the job done really well.
Explain the feeling that it was when you went by that winning post in front, the partner of your first Group 1, the Goffs Vincent O'Brien National Stakes.
Sure, it's unbelievable. These are the days you want to be riding in those big races. It's unbelievable, really. Hopefully I get plenty more of them feelings in the future.
Champion apprentice last year. You're still riding as an apprentice this year. You're, what, 10 or 12 ahead of Jay Cohn, your nearest rival?
Yeah, things are going really good. Long may it last now, but this is definitely my highlight of the year. I don't think much will beat this, so I'll get to tell you worse. And
one more to come. Good heavens, big player.
Definitely, we've got a terrible draw on 28. It ran really good here in the Cambridgeshire. I think Mine Laquard will suit him. I'm not sure about the ground. I think he'll get through with it. But if we could overcome the draw, I think he'll be bang there at the line, hopefully.
And what way are you going to ride him with that draw, the bad draw?
I don't think dropping out the back is going to suit in this ground. It's going to be hard to make it up unless they go hard. But I'll jump positive from the gates. I think I'll talk with Joseph to see what he thinks. But we'll jump to be in the first half somewhere and see what way it unfolds. Try and get in a little bit. But I think where we are, we're going to be on the fresher strip on the outside, so it might suit us, but we'll just see the way it unfolds from the gates.
And your mum and dad here today and all your family, they got so emotional as well. It means so much to them.
Definitely. Mum and dad and Adrian, Hugh, everyone's there. They follow me everywhere. They're a massive help to me when I was younger, and there's so many people behind it all that helped me from when I was so young. I was around great people from a very young age and through the pony race, and I got so much support from everyone, and all the boys in the weigh room, everyone, all the boys at home in the yard. It's a massive team effort, and I'm just delighted.
Hopefully, there's no doubt about it, it's going to be your first of many. Dylan, you're a credit to your family, and many congratulations. Enjoy it, and it's the first of many. Please go.
Thanks very much, Kevin. Thank you.